welcome back. My name's Juliet if you're new here, and today we'll be making some lovely homemade gift tags. So we'll be making some super really easy ones, quick ones, and some ones that take a little bit longer. Now these will be gift tags that you can use for either adults or you could mix them up and use them for children as well. And this will be using either your Cricut or it will be using your Cricut and stamps. However, you do not need to have a Cricut. So if you do not have a Cricut, you can cut out the little gift tag yourself and you can just decorate it the way that I'm going to be decorating it today. So let's have a look at how we're going to make these super easy gift tags for kids or adults. Okay, lovely. So today we are going to make 4 gift tags. Each of these shapes are free shapes on Cricut Design Space, so you can cut them out. Okay, the middle 2 are exactly the same shapes. This one's slightly different. It's got more of a scalloped top, which I thought was really pretty. For the first one, well, let's start with the first one. I'll move these to the side. The first one, really easy. So what I did was I cut out a little bit of green cardstock and I'm going to pop behind and just glue it in, okay, so that we get a lovely Christmas tree. And I thought that would be really nice because you've got your red and green Christmas colors. So let's pop that on. And I'm just going to use some double-sided adhesive tape. This is a Tombow one. You don't have to use that. You can use whatever you've got at home. If you want to use just some normal glue, like a little Yoo-hoo stick, that's completely fine as well. So just use what you've got at home, because this is also really, really good for scrap busting. So all the cardstock I've used today is actually cardstock that I had in my little scrap folder. So it's perfect for using your leftovers. Okay, now, and how simple was that? So quick and easy, super simple, makes a lovely little gift tag. And what I intend to do on that one is just to pop a little bit of tape and stick it onto the gift for the person that I intend to give that to. So that's your first one down. How super easy and quick is that? Now, because I do like not to have any waste in my craft room, what I did when I cut out the first gift tag, I actually kept all the little inserts, all the little cutouts from that gift tag. Can you see what I mean? So what I want to actually do is, I thought the red would look gorgeous on white. How good does red and white look? And I thought what we would do, lovelies, is just, let's have a no waste gift tag day, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on a little bit of double-sided adhesive, again, super easy, and I'm going to pop that on just like that. Whoops. I'll pop his little bit just like that. So that is exactly what we're going to do now. So that will be our second gift tag done just like that. How quick and easy is that? Also, like I said, we're not wasting this beautiful little tree because there's nothing wrong with it. And how cute is it? So I always, if I can, if it's not, the item's not too small, I try and keep those little bits that you cut out of the shapes, because you can use them, again, for cards or, for instance, gift tags like we are today. So I'm just going to pop the tree down first, because I just want to make sure that I'm happy with where it's positioned before I add and before I do that, actually, just going to use a little bit of scrap here just so that I don't get glue all over my mat. You could even use like liquid glue with like a precision tip. That would probably be actually a bit easier than what I'm doing here. My precision glue is playing up on me, so I need to get another one. So that's why I'm using my double-sided tape, but it's still fine. Okay, and then last is just the little base of the tree. And then look at that, like seriously, in less than 5 minutes, we have made 2 gift tags. And we've used scraps and we haven't wasted anything because we reused the shape that came out of the original gift tag. I'm just slide him into position. There we go. Okay. Okay, now just lift him up. Whoop. And there we go. Our second little gift tag, super easy and how beautiful. And I'm just going to put like a little bit of red ribbon through that. And how gorgeous is that? And how super easy, lovelies, because we've got two gift tags there. Super quick and easy. And this one came from that one. I'm loving it. Okay, let's pop those two aside. And now we're going to work on ones that will take a little bit more time, but not too much. Obviously, for the next card, what we're going to do is we're actually going to do some stamping onto a small little bit of white card stock, which I cut out just to fit onto the red gift tag. So I just thought it might just give it a little bit more, and because I wanted to do some stamping on gift tags, I haven't done that before. I thought it would look really nice on with the white background on top of the red. So let's do that. We're going to do two of these. The first one, I'm not going to die cut my stamps. I'm just going to stamp them directly onto the cardstock. Okay, so I'm just putting my magnet there, and I'm using the Cheery Christmas stamp set from Lawn Fawn. And I'm just going to keep it really simple because when you're doing gift tags, you don't want it to take forever, do you? It's not something that you want to sit there and spend hours doing. So what I'm thinking with this little one is I just thought, because it's little, I just thought I'd fit in a little reindeer and the word Christmas. So let's stamp him all in one go, and let's make it as easy as we can and as quick as we can for ourselves. Okay, let's pop this out of the way. Okay, just make sure they're sitting down. And then I'm just using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which works well with my alcohol markers. Okay, so we may need to stamp this one twice, but let's see. Usually do. And that's why obviously your MISTI is a really good idea, because you don't need to try and double stamp and line it up yourself. It all stays nice and lined up on its own, as long as that cardstock is in place and held in place with your magnet. Then it should stamp perfectly each time. And that is lovely. That is so sweet, actually. And how gorgeous. Like, you could seriously even just leave it like that. Oh, I'm tempted, actually. Oh, I'm so tempted, lovelies. I don't know. I'm so tempted, actually, because he's just so simplistic, and I love that. Do you know what? Let's leave him like that, because we're going to do one that's, yeah, let's do that, because then we can do that is one that's really simple and more time saving. And then the last one we are definitely going to colour. Okay, so what we're doing is we're slowly working from ones that were really quick, which was our Christmas trees. Okay, ones that took a little bit more time, and then obviously the last one will take a little bit more time. But I just didn't think he'd turn out so beautifully and look so lovely on his own, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And look, that's the way craft is, isn't it? Sometimes you make a plan, and then when you see the way it turns out, you change what you're going to do with it. And at the end of the day, lovelies, that's save time. So we all love it, saving time around Christmas, don't we? Now, I don't have my little stamp wipe out at the moment, so I'm just using a baby wipe, because I am a mum and I have them around still, even though my kids are older. They're just so great and handy for cleaning things. Okay, so I'm just going to pop those stamps away so I don't lose anything. Okay, so what I'm going to do, that should be dry. I'm just going to simply put a little bit of double-sided tape on, and then we've got our third gift tag done. Actually, and I think this is a really good reminder, lovelies, that it doesn't have to be, you don't have to colour it in just because it is a stamp. It can just be a stamp on its own, do you know what I mean? Like a little bit of lovely art on its own without it being too, without it having all the extra bits. It's just, oh, he's so lovely. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Would you have coloured him in, or would you just have left him the way I have? I think he's just gorgeous. I love that. All right, we'll add it to our others. Now let's work on to the one that's going to take us a little bit more time than that, not much time, because we're just doing a bit of colouring in. Now, so this one is the one with the scalloped edge. I've got the same little size white card. Now what I did do is I did pre-stamp some little peas. Now this is so gorgeous, wait till you see it. It is from the Peas on Earth stamp die set. And it's for Christmas. It's a Lawn Fawn stamp set, and it's called Peas on Earth. How gorgeous is that? There you go. So Peas on Earth, how gorgeous. 3 little peas. You can add, you've got little faces. It says joy to the world. Oh, Christmas pea. Oh my gosh, love it. Let there be peas on earth. Peas and joy. Love it. Happy holidays. And one of my favorites, from our pod to yours. And there's a little heart. How gorgeous is that? So I was so excited when I got this stamp set. I did break it out early, and I have already stamped out a couple of little peas there. So we're going to add those to this gift tag. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the same again. We're going to bring out the Misty. Okay. We've got the peas already done, and I just need to have a little think about my little sentiment underneath. What do I want to put on there? So I'm just going to have a little look. Keeping in mind it is a really small, tag. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do, just because we don't have too much room, I think I'm going to do Oh Christmas Pea. Oh, I can't decide unless I do happy holidays. Oh, I kind of can't decide because they're just so gorgeous. I think maybe that sentiment is just, I don't know, I'm just concerned it's going to be a little bit lost. I'm just going to pop it back. I love it, but I think it's going to be lost. So I think I might do happy. And then I might do holidays underneath. Oh my goodness, that is hard to get up. Only because, lovelies, it is a brand new stamp set and I haven't lifted them up before. Except for the little peas that I stamped out because I just couldn't resist. Okay, so I'm just going to line those up. If you want to put them on separately, you absolutely can. If you want to line it up separately, you can. But I'm just going to see. I think I might bring it down again and just have a look. No, I think that's fine. Okay. So I'm just going to rub my fingers over them just because they're new stamps, just to give them a bit of a conditioning and to get off anything that's sticking on there from that little factory process. And I'm going to use my Memento ink again, and I will probably need to stamp it twice because it's a new stamp especially. Although normally I do tend to stamp my stamps twice, although that is looking very nice. Okay, I'll just give it one more. It is looking lovely though, to be honest. Particularly for a first stamp. That was really lovely. I think it's because the letters are big and bold. And you can just get the ink on really easily. Okay. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much, much better. You can see. It's much, much, much better, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. All right, we need to put the Misty away because we've finished. Oh, sorry, before I forget, lovelies, you do not want to lose your stamps. Let me know in the comments below what you're working on at the moment, what you're crafting on. Have you started crafting for Christmas? You may have seen, I certainly have. I've got a couple of videos out. I've got some Christmas decor, some Christmas gift ideas for crafters, so have a look, especially for yourselves. Okay, lovely. So I've selected some colours from my Ohuhu art markers, which I'll link below for you. Now, I'm using GY5 for the peas. I always find that I've got a different pea set, actually. The Peas in a Pod by Lawn Fawn. I'll link that below too. That's really gorgeous. And I like this colour green for my peas because it looks a bit more realistic. Okay, so that's a GY5. And I'm just going to, I think what I might do is just colour the peas in first. Actually, before I go on, lovelies, what am I doing? I need my glasses. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, much better. I might even try the brush on the other pea just to see. He's a bit bigger. Yeah, that's better. Because he's a little bit bigger and he's got a bit more space, I just really like the brush markers. Sorry, the brush side of the markers. There we go. Okay. Oh, super cute. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour in this one's little earmuffs. I'm going to colour in red. So I might just use the brush as well, because I just sort of want to keep them in the theme of, like, you know, your traditional little Christmas colours. Sorry, lovelies, that was R2 Vermilion. And then for his little Christmas Carol book there, I'm going to, it's called a dark yellow. It's YR2. But when I did my swatching, it actually looks gold. It looks gold to me. So I'm going to do that. And sort of, I thought it would be nice to sort of have green, red and gold. And let's see, I mean, it's definitely not shiny, but it just looks gold to me. Yeah, that's lovely. Oh, what am I doing? Wrong one. Okay, now for our next little pea, I want him to have a little red hat as if he's like a little Santa pea. And I'm just going to leave the top and the band white. Now, I was thinking to give them the same. Do I give them the same colour books? Maybe that makes sense. I was going to give him a darker green. No, maybe I do give them the same colour books, because that would make sense, wouldn't it? Aren't you singing from the same books? So that would make sense. So technically we've done this, lovelies, with 3 colours. I am going to get my little white gel pen just to add a little bit of highlighting. Okay, so we've only really used 3 colours there, lovelies. I'm just going to grab my gel pen. Okay, so this is my Jelly Roll Sakura 10, which I like to use just for adding a little bit of highlight. So what I might do is just even, rather than highlight, I'm just going to use it as if there's like a little bit of snow that's fallen on his little earmuffs. Oh, that is so cute. I might even use it just in the little pom-pom area and along the top of his little beanie, so it looks a bit more snowy, like it is a Santa hat. I'm sort of just trying to add it so it's more of a texture. There we go. Oh, so cute. So cute. Okay. All right, and then what I might do is just add a little bit. Sorry, lovelies, my head is probably completely in the way there. And I might just add just a little bit of a highlight up there on his little head. And I think I might leave it at that, nice and simple. Okay, so there we go, lovelies. There's our little peas. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to die cut them out, okay? Now, I haven't used the die set yet for Peas on Earth, so I'm going to open it up and I will be separating it with my snips. Now, I'll show you those, but I won't sit here and snip it out on camera. I don't want to bore you, but if you do want to know how to do that, please comment below and I'll show you how I do it. I don't find that twisting method works for me at all. I find I have to use my snips, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, lovely. So what I did was I just used my little wire snips to snip these little die cuts apart. Okay, so there was 5 of them, but I just need these for these little peas. Okay, and I've got my plates there to put them on. So what I use just to secure the die cuts, now you lay it with the ridge side down. It's got a ridge on it. And that is how the die cut cuts out. So you want to make sure ridge side down, and then just to secure it, because once you pop it on the plate, they move, like the dies would move around if you didn't secure it. So you just need to use like a low tack tape. And I, just to be honest, I just use washi tape, cheap washi tape that I don't like. This has actually got what's it, the little Christmas mistletoe, that's the word you're looking for, Juliet, on it. So there we go, teaming with the theme, not intentionally. Okay, just securing that last little pea, trying not to get the tape on my colouring in, because sometimes it can, actually I'll just trim that off because then I can just keep that, my scraps. Okay, sorry lovelies, completely forgot what I was saying then. I have no idea what I was saying then. Sorry, if it comes back to me, I'll tell you. Oh yeah, yay, my memory. Okay, who else has memory problems like me? Okay, so just the 2 plates together and then sending it through, super easy. This is just a little Sissic sidekick. I got it off Amazon. Sorry, my mat is moving everywhere today. And it works brilliantly. It's so cheap and you can secure it to your mat so it doesn't move. It's so brilliant. And honestly, you don't need anything bigger. And look at that. Look at how brilliantly it has cut it out. It's such a cheap little, it's under $100 when I got it. Absolute bargain. Best little thing I ever got. I doubted it, you know. I was like, oh, is it going to work? Is it going to work? 100%. So good. Love that little machine. Love that it doesn't take up too much space in my craft room. Okay, lovelies, let me just quickly tidy up and then we'll finish off our last little gift tag, and then we will have 4 gift tags, and we have done that really super quick. Scrap busters and also saving our little pieces from the first gift tag to make the second one. Okay. Now what I would like to do with these little peas is to add a little bit of dimension on them, just to give them a little bit of a pop off the gift tag, you know, like you would in a card. I just think because we don't have a little background for them, it'll be nice just to give them a little bit of a pop. So just going to add a little couple of sticky dots on the back. I'll see if I can find these online too. I'm sure there'll be some sticky dots. They're just double-sided foam dots basically. And what I'm wanting to do, I think, sort of have one and then two. Yeah. Okay. Oh, can I just say, lovelies, he's my favourite. I just think he's so gorgeous. I just love that little smile and those little eyes. That's what sold me. How can you not when you see a little pea with that face? Boy, so cute. Okay, we are almost done, lollies. Look at this. How easy is this and how fun, like. And you don't need a Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, you can just cut out some simple shapes. Or I'm sure you could just find an outline on the internet and then cut around the outline. Like you can find these shapes anywhere, lovelies. Or you can buy some basic shapes and just make it, like decorate it. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Oh, there we go. How cute. Okay. Before we finish, I'm tossing up whether to add like a little bit of just like some little embellishments. Just because this is our fancy one, you know, I'm just thinking, do I add? I love these little like clear dew, they're called dewdrops, and I'm just wondering whether I add, if I can, oh my goodness, my fingers today, I'm just wondering, oh yeah, I think so. I think we need it. We need to add a couple because it looks a bit snowy, doesn't it? All right, let's see if this is going to pick up today rather than my fingers. There we go, good. Okay. All right. Oh, I don't know whether I want that big. I think I want the small one, to be honest. Yeah, that's better. I don't want that big one. Get rid of that for the moment. Just because it's a small gift card. Yeah. Oh, this thing is good actually. Okay, so I want to do it in three. So like 1, 2, 3, and then that will fill that space too. Also, it sort of almost looks like a bit of a snowflake. So I'm just going to see if I can get my pesky glue, which I'm trying to replace at the moment because it's just giving me so much grief. It's just deciding that it's not wanting to work. Like it works with the brush, but not necessarily like that fine tip, and I just cannot get it to work. No, so what I'm gonna do, that's okay. I am just going to, because it dries clear, I'm just gonna pop where I want them. And then I'll pop them on. But I do need to get, if you have got a good glue that has got a really good fine tip, can you comment below? Because I have been looking and that one I thought would be good. I got that one from my local craft store and it's just not been good at all. I think the little fine tip the precision tip worked once and that was it. Okay, and I'm just flipping these over, and then once they are flipped over, and this is really just my coordination issue right here because, oh gosh, there we go. This little thing is brilliant. I got this off Amazon, and I obviously, look, it's pink, it's beautiful, it's got little pink crystal-y things in there. But it's actually used for nail art, but you know, we can use it for craft, can't we? All right, lovelies, let me just tidy up and then we'll have a look at that last gift tag. Okay, lovelies, look, there's our finished gift tag. How gorgeous is it? And I just think with those little bits those little dewdrops just add a really lovely dimension that looks like stone. It just fills that area too. So that's obviously the one that took us a bit longer, but then we stamped out our little reindeer with the word Christmas, which I think looks gorgeous. I'm so glad I didn't colour him in. I think it's just really simplistic and lovely. I love that. And then the first two, where the second one was made via the first one, which is great, super cheap, and they were super quick lovelies. How quick were they to do? So what we've done, we've made 4 beautiful gift tags in a really short space of time, and it's been heaps of fun. Thank you for crafting with me today. If you made it to the end, can you leave a little Christmas tree emoji? I love the people who watch to the end. Leave a little Christmas tree emoji if you made it to the end. Let me know what you're crafting. And if you had fun today, I'd love it if you subscribed, hit that little bell, give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help me because I'm a new channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.